Hey guys, this is my little son Henry. He's 18 months old. If you haven't seen him before, here he is. I know you guys don't see him a lot in these videos because he likes to talk a lot and it's hard to talk above, above him when I'm trying to convey stuff to you guys. I've actually done videos before and can't even hear myself in the video. But he's a good little guy. He loves the trains down here. We come down here and we run trains and he loves seeing them. And maybe I'll show a video of that. But it's a little tidbit into my family life. So today we're going to be talking about lots of cool stuff, just what's going on in the layout. I just want to talk to you guys about just what's going on. No major edits, no introductions, no music, nothing like that. Just tell you what's going on, let my hair down even though I don't have any. And also talk to you guys about a small giveaway. I call it a media giveaway. But in just the progress on the what's going on down here. So I'm going to put this little tyke to bed here in a minute. And because it's almost his bedtime, and we will see you in a minute after I put him to bed. Alright, like I said guys, welcome back. Today's kind of a laid back, just kind of a talk with you guys. No intro, no music, nothing. Just want to talk to you about what's going on. The first thing I want to talk to you about is basically what's going on in the layout. I'm supposed to have my SD70M flared radiators back to show you guys this week, but I don't have them. The Lagar is still working on them. They're doing a great job installing DCC and sound, and I'll show you guys those later. I want to answer some questions, just talk about what's going on. Laid back, let my hair down even though I don't have any. So, what's going on in the layout? Well, 611, they talked about it possibly coming back. So I ordered a 611 through Broadway Limited. I hope they don't have the butt ugly blue headlights that they had on the GS4 daylight locomotives. I mean, I'm talking as blue as a Smurf's butt blue. They look horrible. If they do, they're getting sent back. But I will be doing a review on those. I bought the 611 because I had sold all the previous 611 stuff because I didn't think it was ever coming back. Sure enough, it's coming back. Bought the Norfolk Western cars again because that stuff has a real good chance of coming back. And I model stuff that's on the rails, even the steam stuff. So I just laid the little guy down to sleep. I wasn't kidding when I said I was putting him to bed. And he's crying, so I just got to check on him. If you don't believe me, look, here he is sleeping on the baby monitor. But anyway, so I ordered all that stuff to model that in case it comes back. UP's talked about the big boy coming back. I don't know if that's happening. I'll wait till it's actually announced and they get a road number so I can go find that locomotive. People ask why I have so much stuff. You know guys, I move in the Air Force. I'm active duty Air Force. I've been in 12 years. I've been to 7 bases if you include the 2 training bases I was at in 12 years. So I move around pretty frequently. So I don't go crazy with this layout. I do have plans to move it to a storage facility and make it really expansive, but it'll still be pretty flat and pretty low key because when the movers move stuff, they tear stuff up. My point is, I don't want to put too much effort into something that's going to get torn up. I mean, they messed up the tables before there was anything on them. So I can't imagine what they're going to do with all this stuff on here, or some of this stuff on here. So with that said, why do I have so much stuff? Because I'm collecting this stuff. I'm still running it, contrary to popular belief. I'm actually running it, but you can look back at my videos and see different stuff on my layout constantly running or sitting in the yard. So there's stuff always constantly moving. But I collect the cars and the locomotives and I run them, but the point is when I retire from the military and I'm done moving, I'll build a huge layout. I'm talking huge. I mean, in my head, if things go as planned, I'll buy a house or build a house on some land, build a huge storage facility that's air conditioned and heated to a certain level, even though it'll be expensive, probably 78 degrees for cool, but whatever. And I'll have this huge layout, kind of like you see in the train shows. Modular. Still on tables because I don't want to do all the crazy stuff that some people do. It's way too much bench work and way too much carpentry skills. Skills I don't have. So I'll be doing a big modular layout. That's the plan when I retire. And I'll need stuff to put on it. And some stuff it just becomes unavailable. So if I don't, for example, the heritage units. If I want the heritage units and I don't purchase them now in 2013. And in 2024 when I retire, I'm like, oh, let me go look for those. And they're nowhere to be found. I'm SOL. I don't have them. So I'll continue to buy stuff that I know I want to run, and it may end up in boxes on the shelves or in shelves, display cases, shelves on the wall, things like that. but it will be rotated and ran. It will all get attention until I do retire and I'm able to build this massive layout that I have in my head, if things go as to plan. And then I can put everything on the layout and it won't look bare. Okay, so yeah, I'm still going to buy stuff. People ask how much stuff I have. Well, I try to avoid that question like the plague because I get a lot of jealousy from it. And I don't understand the jealousy because I'm not jealous of the guys that have 12 or 1,500 locomotives. And there are several guys out there that have that many locomotives and ginormous, huge layouts and thousands of pieces of rolling stock. Those guys impress me. I'm not jealous of them. But for some reason, some people get jealous of what I have, even though it's minuscule compared to those other guys. So, for the first time, I'll announce exactly what I have in my inventory. And I keep an inventory of everything I have. It's about 130 locomotives, not including the 21 Heritage units when they come in, and some other locomotives due in this year. And about anywhere from the high threes, I'd say 380 to 425 pieces of rolling stock. So it's not super impressive, and my point is not to impress you, my point is to answer your question. Impressive to me, 1,500 locomotives, thousands of pieces of rolling stock, huge layout. That's impressive to me. And still the point is not to impress. The point is to just let you know, because I get people ask. And for those guys that have 1 or 2 locomotives, please, don't get all caught up in numbers. If you look back 3 years, rewind 3 years, I was the guy with 2, 3, maybe even 1 locomotive, dozen pieces of rolling stock, easy track layout. So it's a growing opportunity. Everybody's different paths on the road, on the model railroading road. Some people plateau, and peak at 1 or 2 locomotives. But guess what? If those things make you happy, then you can be happier than the guy with 1,200 locomotives that's just a grumpy guy that doesn't do anything or look at them or touch them or anything. So it's all about happiness. And that's another point I want to bring you guys. I get a lot of prototype nuts on my channel that are like, oh, this is wrong, the end of train device isn't on, that guy has one guy told me that the cab figure had a steam engineer's outfit on coveralls. I'm like, who cares? Like, model railroading is fun. That's number one priority for me, is that it's fun. If it's not fun, it might as well not exist. If I'm not having fun down here, you can take it all out. Just give me the money back. But fun is priority number one. So when I do train running videos and stuff like that, if there's not an end of train device on there, or the bell's too loud, or the gates aren't prototypical, or the truck doesn't have its headlights on, or something like that, guys, come on. I understand the pursuit of being perfect, the pursuit of being prototypical, but fun is first for me, and I'll get to prototypical stuff as I see fit. There's some stuff I'm like, wow, I really need this prototypical. UP Steam collection is one of them, and when I run this UP Steam passenger set, I want that prototypical. That's why I go buy some of the brass cars, because I want it right. But some of the other stuff I'm not worried about right now. The weathering, the detailed scenery, like I said, I gotta move, it's gonna get destroyed probably anyway, so why bother? So I'll get to it when I get to it. Just bear with me, and if you're a prototype nut, you're welcome to watch the channel. Just if you see something wrong, you're welcome to tell me about it, but I'm probably not too inclined to fix it at this point. I hear a lot of people saying, this is unrealistic, that's unrealistic. Well, everything is unrealistic to a certain point. So you can go nuts with the track, the scenery, you can go a bazillion times into the detail on all kinds of things. It's just, where do you want to focus your attention? And right now, my attention is focused on having fun. Alright, recent acquisition is the Kato AC4400. I did talking about prototypical accuracy there. The Kato has more detail than the Athearn, so I wanted that. Sounds really good. I'll show it on my next video, which is running trains, and more trains, volume 2. I've gotten a lot of requests for that, so I'll have another video of trains running. Try to run different trains than my first volume of running trains, and more trains. But there will be the UP Steam collection there, because I always like that. Plus I've gotten some new passenger cars since the last time I did that video. So I'll probably still have the Challenger running in that. I've been doing 2 videos a week, pretty much just because I needed to catch up on my queue. I do have a queue of videos I have to do. I do work with some people to do videos. Speaking of that, you know, sometimes I bite people's heads off on the comments. Last week or the week before last, I did a review on the self-coupling air hoses, and somebody said because it was in the title that they're available exclusively from Pacific Western Rail Systems, they said, you better watch out when you say something's available exclusively, because these were made in 2006 and these were available in 2006. Well, I have no problems with people asking me questions or commenting. I have thick skin. I've been in the military 12 years. I've been screamed at, and I've screamed at people. Matter of fact, just screamed at somebody's head. Screamed at somebody for probably an hour and a half the other day. But so I have thick skin. But when you come to me with a comment, at least have the backing, like some sort of actual facts. This particular guy, and I'm sure he's a regular viewer. I don't mean to call him out, but he was saying that, you know, I shouldn't say available exclusively. Well, he doesn't understand that those self-coupling air hoses may have been in a magazine from 2006, which is what he was saying. But the guy that came out with them actually took the time to do a patent pending. And I'm sure he didn't steal the idea, and I'm almost positive it's a different idea with a lot of tweaks to it. I mean, it's kind of like somebody coming out with an all-new wheel that's very prototypically accurate, and then somebody else coming out with one and saying, oh, there was wheels out all this time ago. Well, duh. With the model railroading thing, there's not a whole lot that's brand new. But this guy, you know, he came out with the version. He worked to do a patent pending, and now Pacific Western Rail Systems handles that. So guess what? I'm right. And my title doesn't need to be changed. It is available exclusively through Pacific Western Rail Systems, because you can't get it anywhere else unless somebody buys it from them and then sells it on eBay or something. So it is available exclusively through them. The article he's talking about, somebody had just made them, like a handful of them or something, and there was an article about it. So it might have been sold on a really small scale. Now, this product is available through Pacific Western Rail Systems. So I kind of let them have it on the comments. Don't take heart to that. It's just, if you're going to argue or complain, have a point. Somebody told me I didn't have an end-of-train device on the end of my train the other day. I didn't say, "Rah!" You know, I was like, yeah, I don't have an end-of-train device. I got 12 of them, but not one on there. So I only get mad when people are yelling about stuff that doesn't make any sense. Alright, so that's about it. You guys know my reviews are coming up. Are probably tired of hearing me talk. May have fast-forwarded at this point to see what the giveaway is. But I'll go ahead and get to the giveaway now. Like I said, this is kind of a laid-back me, not editing, not trying to talk fast or completely proper, but you may have seen that this is a media giveaway, but the MSRP on this is $74.95, so it's not a small, tiny giveaway. But these are the Brass Train Guidebook, and they are made by Dan Glazier, who happens to own and operate BrassTrains.com and Dan's Train Depot on eBay. BrassTrains.com is the website I go to pick up some brass. It's hard to find or out of stock. It's been made a few years before I was in the trains and stuff like that. And courtesy of Mr. Glazier, I will be able to give away 10 or 12, I can't remember how many was sent. One every month or every 2 months. For this first giveaway, just comment below, I want the book or something to do with the book, and you'll be entered in the drawing. There's only one to give away each month, so if you miss the drawing the first month, you can enter it again and again. Actually, no, I take that back. After this giveaway, I'm going to just go through my subscribers and randomly pick one with my eyes closed or something. Email them, ask them if they want the book. If they don't, we'll go on to a second person. I may do the comments, I'll figure it out later. But anyway, there's 10 or 12 of these books to give away. I will ship them for free, and they're pretty heavy. And they have a lot of nice detail on them. They talk about, they interview some of the brass guys. They talk about a lot of brass trains. They got a nice bit of color photography in here, showing a lot of the brass models over the years. And if you're not a brass guy, that's fine. You don't have to comment or ask for the giveaway. I guess that gives the guys that do want it a better chance. But actually, there's Mr. Glazier right there as a young guy. He's still pretty young, but It just kind of interviews the big dogs in the brass industry, and it shows a lot of the models and talks about how the models were created and how these guys got into it. So MSRP $74.95, not chicken feet by any means. That's a saying that comes from around where I grew up. It means it's definitely something, and it ships for free. Media mail, so it might take forever to get there, but I'll ship it to you for free for whoever wins the raffle this month. And again, every month or every 2 months, I'll probably pick a subscriber. I might just mention it in the video and have comments, but there's more than one of these to give away. So if you lose the giveaway the first round and don't get one, the only one that's available this month, you got next month. So that's the giveaway. You guys are probably like, wow, I just listened to a 14-minute video just to see this giveaway of the book. But it's a really cool book, and if you're not, like I said, if you're not into brass trains, it's still a cool book. So it's something available for you guys for free, and you can't ask for anything better than free. I think I've talked about everything I was going to talk about. Guys, thanks for watching. We got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of good reviews, Norfolk Southern Heritage units. We're going to talk about some of the details of good rolling stock, how some manufacturers strive to get you really detailed rolling stock for the rivet counters out there, as we call them. And look forward this weekend or next week to running Trains, and More Trains Volume 2. Just be trains running on my layout. And please, if you see something unprototypical, you can tell me, but it drives me nuts. That's not my #1 goal right now. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.